Hello everyone, this is Hadrian.
And I'm Mal, welcome back.
Thanks for watching. Let's play some more Master of Orion in our Extreme Bromance series, which is finally back after an extended hiatus of 5 years.
Was it 5 years? I think it was like a couple weeks, but people were acting like it was 5 years. They're like, where's the Bromance? Why aren't you playing it? How many times did you answer that question, by the way?
I felt like it was 5 years, Mal. It's been too long since I've heard your buttery voice.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. No, I mean, I had a lot of people asking me, which is great, but it was like, I answered the same question several times. I was like, yeah, really, we would like to record more of it. We couldn't. So, but we're back. We're back.
Yes. Well, bear in mind, and I don't say this with any bitterness at all, this is just a statement of fact, people. To answer your question about how many times I got the question, you may or may not, I will neither confirm nor deny this, have 10 times more subscribers than I do. So you probably got the question a few more times than I did, but I did have a few curious people, definitely, that have been wondering about when to bring it back. But let's just say I was interacting with folks on your channel a little bit more than I was interacting with folks on mine.
Well, okay, fair enough.
It's just it's true. It's true. This is not a guilt trip, people. This is not supposed to be an awkward moment of, oh God. But you probably took it that way anyway. All right, so my colony ship has arrived. Oh no, it hasn't. Crap. It still has a turn to go. Well, I can't really do anything with this freaking space factory right now. I guess I can build a mine around this gas giant, can't I?
Loading hints.
That's something I can do right out of the gate. There we go. All right, I'm going to colonize that giant planet before it's going to piss off the Sakra. So I think this puts us both at 3 colonies, right? Or have you got a 4th?
I don't have a 4th.
Yay. All right, let's... All right, I'm going to build an automated factory first, and I'm going to go ahead and buy it because we've got high gravity on this world, so I want to make sure I can crank out production on that planet.
Is it weird not having to worry about the food?
It's so weird, but it's beautiful. Like I'm just cranking out production and research bots, or sorry, rocks. You're the bots, I'm the rocks. Fun times. All right, this scout doesn't have much left to do.
Displaying relevant.
I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my scouts. I don't really need them at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of a few. I'm still exploring like the far side of the galaxy to see who I run into. But
see, I don't want to run into anybody, so I'm not exploring any more than I need because I already have.
That's a good point.
Plenty of worlds to colonize. I don't need to risk encountering anyone at this point, so I'm not going to.
That is good thinking, sir.
You know, every once in a while. Every once in a while.
I'm actually going to do the same. I just destroyed 2 of my scouts, and I'm waiting for 1 more to go away. I'm building a gas harvester on that gas giant in Niarlg.
You didn't colonize it yet, though? Or you did?
I did.
Yeah, you just got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's definitely happening. And I'm about to be able to destroy my last scout. It never ceases to amaze me. I think my favorite thing about Master of Orion is my my channel regulars are going to be rolling their eyes at me because I say this every time. I say it like every 5 episodes, or maybe every episode. But I love how fast the turns are in this game. I mean, we're already at turn 34, and we're on episode 2 of this series, which is just mind-blowing from a turn-based strategy perspective.
Yeah, they do. And even in late game, they process quickly, which I think,
there's noticeable slowdown, but you're completely right. Like, you get to that point where you're like, okay, it's slowing down a bit, but it's still faster than any other game out there, including Civ, which is saying a lot. Now, Civ 6 is an entirely new engine. We're excited about that in October, and that could give these turn times some competition. Hopefully it will.
Hey,
but,
speaking of which, we had talked a little bit about this, I don't know, it was a week or so ago.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to start playing Civ 5 and sort of like, because I really, really like Civ. I've never covered it on the channel. People have asked me, how come you don't play Civ? And I was just like, I like the spacey games, and I've kind of stuck with that. But I like Civ, and Civ 6 looks really interesting. I think it's a good time to get into it. I think you said you were thinking about doing the same thing?
Yes, actually. I have 2 time slots on my channel. For those of you watching on Mal's end who might not be as familiar with it, if you don't mind the shameless plug, Mal, I do...
Plug away, buddy. You plug away.
I have only 1/10 your subscribers. I need to be pathetic for a second. No, serious. I can't be not awkward about that. So I have a time slot that is devoted to historical strategy. All of the stuff that I've ever done in my noon time slot on my channel, it has been either Total War. I just recently started playing some Crusader Kings, which I'm loving because the Paradox community is awesome. And I have also played some Civ 5, but everything in that slot is historical strategy and grand strategy related. And I've played 3 full campaigns now in different Total War games: a Rome 2, a Total War Attila Age of Charlemagne, and I'm doing one now in Total War Attila as the Eastern Roman Empire. And I am not, as we've been talking about just this evening before we started recording, I'm not really feeling Total War Warhammer. I own it, and it's pretty and it runs well. But the point is, after this current series in Total War ends, I'm going to have this opening where I'm like, what do I play? And Civ 6 is not going to be out yet, but I think I will do exactly what you described. So we're both probably going to be diving into some Civ 5 content. Maybe we can do some co-op stuff down the line if I'm not crazy busy, which no promises, I probably will be. But that we can definitely keep that in mind. So you guys can look forward to that definitely in the future when we both have the opportunity.
I think it'd be cool. I think I was thinking about like, well, how do I approach Civ? It's such an established community, and I'm not that great. I forgot the difficulty levels. I like 3 up. I can play like 2 or 3 up, whatever that one is. The King or Emperor or something like that I can win on.
Yeah.
I just figured, I'm just going to be upfront with people and be like, I'm not that great at Civ. If you want to watch like a great Civ player, then go watch my buddy Marbazir, who's like, amazing. Go watch him, or go watch, Quill 18 or one of those guys, because they're great at it. I'm not. But I have fun playing it though. And even though the mechanics I know are going to change a lot for Civ 6, I still think it's worthwhile potentially to play it some.
Yeah, and actually, since you mentioned it, speaking of what else you can watch, and this is another shameless plug, but not as directly connected to me, a Civ 5 Let's Player on Twitter that I've known about for a while, just keeping track of the civilization hashtags and hanging around on Twitter. He tweets, he's a smaller channel, but he tweets a lot of really cool stuff. Okay, they did colonize Hyades Prime. The Sakura are now right next to me, so hopefully that's not an ill tiding for me. Yeah, I know. But anyway, he posts a lot of really, really good updates. He's good at parsing the information that's released on Civ 6 and talking about it, and posting screenshots of the videos that show features that aren't necessarily being individually discussed elsewhere. And because he wants his videos to get more exposure, he made a subreddit called Civ LP. Because, as you pointed out, Civ is a very established community. If you, as a Let's Player, try and post something on our Civ as a Let's Play, chances are people, A, are not going to see it, or B, it's going to get downvoted because there are so many people posting Let's Plays that it annoys people, and it just gets downvoted on principle, which is annoying as Let's Players, yes, but at the same time, it's understandable on a subreddit that big. So, this new one, RCivLP, feel free to join us on that, dude, because we were in contact, and he's like, do you want to help me run this? And I had no idea that he would ask me that, but I was like, sure. So we've got it going now. There's only about 23 subscribers to it, but it's a great place. So for those of you watching this and who are interested in this Civ discussion we're having right now, even though we're playing Master of Orion, it's a great place to kind of find smaller channels and potentially some larger channels once people find out about it. They're playing Civilization 5 and later on in the year, Civilization 6.
I'll check it out.
It's pretty cool. I mean, and I'm trying from the get-go to foster a good community. Like there's no way as a moderator on Reddit, for instance, that you can control the way people downvote. You can't actually see who your downvote trolls are. Like you can't monitor that, but I'm at least asking people to adhere to certain principles. Like, because when I joined the board, some troll had come in and downvoted the guy, the founder, the guy that reached out to me. Somebody had downvoted his first post down to 0. I'm like, this is bullcrap. Like, it's his subreddit and it's his Let's Play. Downvote
welcome
here.
to Reddit.
Welcome to Reddit. I know. The mindless downvote.
I do a lot of lurking on Reddit in general. I don't post a whole lot. I do try to answer questions in the Master of Orion sub.
Yep.
And then, sometimes in 4X sub, I'll post some stuff, but I mostly just lurk. If I can answer a question, I do. In general, Reddit's not a great place to try to promote things. So I think people are more receptive if you don't spam them, like you were saying. Yeah. Like the people that post like, I've got a new episode and I've posted, it's like, dude, they know because they see the one from 2 days ago that
exactly. Which is part of the reason we did the RSIP OP. So, by the way, while we were talking, just to narrate the actual contents going on in the game, I undid a bit of a mistake that I just made passively while we were talking about that stuff. I accidentally started building a food building, which is completely unnecessary for me. So, corrected that mistake for those of you. Some of you probably saw and were like, oh, okay, good, he's fixing it.
I haven't played the Silicoid since they entered the game. Nice. So it's been a while since I've played them, but some people have told me that, you build the growth buildings and then it will affect the growth for them. But I don't see how food would. I would maybe cloning that affects actual growth rate would affect it. Okay. But I don't see how like hydroponic farm could help, somebody, a rock guy that doesn't eat. That doesn't make much sense, so... Yeah,
maybe I'll experiment with it, but for now I'm not going to prioritize that because it doesn't seem to have a purpose.
Alright, I'm going to go for Xeno Relations. Are you working on that yet?
What am I working on? I have no idea. Let's see.
I think you said you were going to go for Advanced Fusion.
I got that. I'm researching economics now so I can have colonial revenue, but I'll go for Xeno Relations after that. Or actually... Can you... Well...
Can't trade that.
We do need the Spy Center. Yeah, we can't trade it. So, yeah, I'll either go for Xeno Relations or one of the... Oh, interesting. The humans want to share charts.
Well, no harm in that.
Yeah. I actually rejected an offer. The Sakura wanted to pay for my charts, but not give me theirs. I said no a bit ago. So hopefully that won't... Let's actually... We can look at how they feel about us. Hang on, let's...
In the Diplo screen.
Diplomacy, disposition. You have rejected a deal with them recently. So that it says recently, so that will go away. Colony ship has arrived at Woza 3. Perfect. I've got a huge, rich, barren world. It's also high gravity, like the other one I found. But it's nice and awesome. So we're going to colonize this. And I think this is my 4th colony, maybe.
Yeah, playing these versus just kind of contrast of this Bromance series, Metal and Stone, versus our first one. Clearly, these are much better races out of the gate versus what we were playing before. I mean, I can already tell, because we're kind of keeping pace growth-wise with the AI.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's... Yeah, I'm going to build another automated factory. And can I buy it again? No, of course I can't. That would be too convenient. Don't quite have the money to buy it.
That's another reason why we need to get diplomacy done, so that we can do trade agreements. We're missing out on a ton of money by not having it.
Yeah, that's true. We both need to have it, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, as soon as I have a research option, which will be next turn, I guess I'll go ahead and go for that.
Well, I'm just going to be hitting turn end, basically. I'm doing pollution control on my homeworld, and I don't really have anything else built yet.
You're literally doing nothing.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm doing stuff, but just kind of waiting.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. What else can I do here? I'm actually doing what I can to build up some ships.
Mm-hmm. I already built 2 destroyers, and as soon as my pollution's under control, I'm going to build 2 or 3 more.
One alert unattended.
And
Right, they do have a
and I'm gonna save up my cash so I can do the upgrades.
they do have a colony ship in Hyades Prime. I don't know what they're doing with that. That's kind of worrying me.
Well, they've already colonized it, so at this point,
There's no
at this point they're gonna get aggressive because they've got nowhere to go. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I just don't know where they're going to jump with that colony ship.
Like, I'm paying for a missile base on the colony that I have far out by itself.
Yep.
Which I don't normally do. Matter of fact, I normally don't even build missile bases anymore, but...
Yeah, they're definitely moving this colony ship towards me. So, remind me what the rules of engagement are for killing a ship for someone you're not at war with.
It doesn't start a war, it'll just lower your relations. And if they're flying a colony ship towards you, I would kill the damn thing.
Oh yeah.
Because the reality is if you don't
do.
and let it colonize, then you have to go to war to get rid of it. Which is not good, right?
No, not good at all. But I've got a destroyer that just arrived in that system, so we're going to be able to take care of that pretty easily. And then I've got a military outpost that's going up as well.
Yeah, I'm building a military outpost right now in the system next to yours.
Excellent.
And I've got a frigate and a destroyer and another destroyer inbound over there, so hopefully it'll be okay.
So is it safe to say this is not a terrible start yet?
I don't know if it's safe to say. It's the truth. We got a pretty good start, but...
We thought we had a pretty good start last time.
Yeah, we did. Well, we just weren't playing strong enough races. That's all there was to it. Like the humans in particular are pretty weak out of the gate anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I just killed their colony ship. So they're going to be real mad at me for that. Let me see how mad exactly. Oh, yeah, they're hostile. They don't like me.
As long as you can hold that system, I can hold the other one. So that war front with them should be relatively safe.
Yep. I actually just completed a couple of destroyers at once, so I'm in pretty good shape with that. I'm going to go ahead and build some colonial revenue buildings. I'm going to send this destroyer to Njorg. All right, and Njorg 3 does have another option. I guess I do need to start building some star bases, but biospheres give me that research point too. I forgot about that. They're a food building, but they're also a research building.
Yep.
Good to remember. I've been kind of disregarding the green tiles, and then I just sat here going, wait a minute, I still kind of need those. All right, I don't see any military ships. Or actually, no, there are 2 destroyers in Hyades. So they could try and come my way. But I don't think they're going to be able to get to me in time. My military outpost is 4 turns away from being done, and I'm pretty sure that would be 1, 2... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'd be 4 jumps just to get to that military outpost. So, and I've got a military outpost built on both jump lanes, both leading to Hyades and leading to your system. So they could even try and get clever and come through you if they did something that mean, and they would still hit a military outpost.
I'm almost done with mine.
Good.
And I've got 2 destroyers and a frigate sitting there with it, so...
Wait.
Yeah, I don't think they can get through. With that, they can't.
Yeah.
I finished Xenodiplomacy, just so you know.
I am 1 turn away from it.
Okay,
so next turn, we're going to set up a bunch of stuff. Yep.
Yep.
You got 5 seconds, by the way.
Oversee.
There we go.
This is GNN. Galactic.
All right.
Population boom, all right.
You want to send me a bunch of agreements? I'll let you handle that stuff.
Yep. Hey, buddy. How about we start with an embassy?
Let this one.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
Okay,
Next up.
And... let's see, do you have money for a trade agreement? You do.
I do indeed.
And let's just do the trade agreement.
Yep.
And then,
I remember how this goes.
yeah, then next turn, let's do the research agreement. And the reason we're doing that, folks, is because there's a little bit of a... I don't know that it's so much a bug as it's just the way it is that you can end up sort of bankrupting yourself because it'll put it through. It shouldn't, but it will let you.
Oops. Yeah, that can definitely happen.
This is GNN.
Oh, they declared war on me. Holy crap.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it coming. Are you okay over there?
I'm fine. They're just destroying my listening post for now.
Yeah.
And my military outpost is going to be complete before they arrive. So I'm totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and park my ships on top of that just to have them ready. Colonial revenue services are completed at Chrysalon Prime. Now I'm building 5 frigates, which I don't necessarily have room for, but who cares? Now, were we going to do another agreement?
Yeah, I just sent you a research one.
All right, excellent.
Now they're threatening me because I sent you that deal. And I just met the Terrans. They must have come through the wormhole. Oh, no. They're in the bottom right-hand corner. They have 2 systems.
So here's something you can explain to me because I've never understood this and it just happened. What's the deal with the quote-unquote colonies that are in place where you set up a listening post? Like, because it just said that they destroyed my colony. Does that actually count as a colony? I mean, it doesn't, does it?
It doesn't. It's just
what's going on with that?
Yeah, it's just the way it's termed. It's not.
Okay.
Any kind of stationary, be it jump gate, military outpost, whatever, it says it's a colony, and it's not. It doesn't count as one though.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, buddy, we're at the 21-minute mark. Before the soccer get too carried away with this charge that they just started, do you want to go ahead and cut this episode here?
Sure, that sounds good.
All right, cool. Thanks very much for watching, folks. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget that Mal and I both have a series going from our individual channels' perspective, so you can see the campaign from whichever perspective you would prefer. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along if you're not already. We're uploading new episodes in Metal and Stone on both channels every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT -4 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let us know what you think.
Thanks so much for watching, folks. He's Hadrian, I'm Mal, and we'll see you later.